Welcome to Football Talk, where we will be discussing the world of football. I am Rolo, and today we will talk about the European champions Real Madrid. The European champions have two new signings this season. The first one is the French international Kylian Mbappe. He has finally arrived at the Bernabeu. The player arrived on a free transfer, but it doesn't mean that Real Madrid didn't pay anything. Reports suggest that they pay around 120 million euros as a signing bonus. His salary is estimated to be around 15 million euros, which is the same as Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham. In an interview with Movistar, Mbappe has said that he would like to score 50 goals this season. This was after the UEFA Super Cup final against Atalanta, when he scored his first goal for Real Madrid. He also said, "I have no limits." The second signing for Real Madrid is Brazilian international Endrick. He is only 18 years old and he signed for Real Madrid for 35 million euros. Endrick is called to be the next Brazilian superstar, just like Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Goes. Endrick will try to follow the footsteps of Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Goes, who also arrived at Real Madrid when they were 18 and have been able to secure a spot ever since. Endrick has been given chances to come in as a sub in the later stages of the game. He has scored a few goals and has shown some promise. Endrick has been able to fly under the radar because everyone is still focused on the other new signing, Kylian Mbappe. Life hasn't been easy for Mbappe since joining Real Madrid. The player has struggled to find his place on the field alongside Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Goes, sometimes occupying the same spaces at the same time. This has proven to be an issue for Real Madrid, and they are already trailing rivals Barcelona by 4 points in La Liga. But the biggest problem for Real Madrid seems to be in the middle of the park. They have not been able to find a replacement for Toni Kroos, who retired at the Euros earlier in the summer. It seems like the biggest problem for Real Madrid at this point of the season is finding that player who can get the ball out of the bag with quickness and accuracy. Without this player, Real Madrid is not able to maximize their attacking threat, which is based on speed and verticality. The likes of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Goes become too predictable, and by the time they get the ball, the opponent's defense is already sitting deep in the back. Coach Carlo Ancelotti has played Dani Ceballos and Luka Modric, hoping to find that balance that the team so desperately needs. On top of that, Jude Bellingham and Eduardo Camavinga have been injured almost since the beginning of the season, with Jude Bellingham coming back for the opening of the Champions League against Stuttgart. Unfortunately for Real Madrid, their backline has also suffered injuries, with the likes of David Alaba, who suffered last season an ACL injury. He is due to return in late October. And Brazilian international Eder Militao, who also suffered an ACL injury. He returned late last season but was not able to compete until the beginning of this season. The only available centre-back at Real Madrid at the moment is German international Antonio Rudiger, who is 31 years old and beginning his third season at Real Madrid. The lack of available centre-backs at Real Madrid will eventually force coach Carlo Ancelotti to play Aurelien Tchouameni as a centre-back, just like he did for a period of last season. But having to play Aurelien Tchouameni as a centre-back could prove costly to Real Madrid, especially because they are growing thin with the amount of injuries they have in the midfield. Not everything is bad news for Real Madrid, as they were able to get their goalkeeper back late last season, Thibaut Courtois, the Belgium international, who also suffered an ACL injury. He has returned in great shape, proving that he still remains as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Although the beginning of the season has not been perfect for Real Madrid, they still have enough quality and time to find their chemistry, play their football, and achieve the goals for this season. Will Carlo Ancelotti be able to find the rhythm and chemistry for this team filled with superstars? Can this Real Madrid team make history and win 7 titles in one season? Will Kylian Mbappe have a successful first season at Real Madrid and score those 50 goals that he's after? Only time will tell, but he will not have to do it alone. He will have beside him the likes of Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, Federico Valverde, Aurelien Tchouameni, Eduardo Camavinga, Dani Carvajal, Ferland Mendy, Antonio Rudiger, Eder Militao, Thibaut Courtois, Luka Modric, Rodrigo Goes, Fran Garcia, Lucas Vázquez, Andrei Lunin, Brahim Diaz, Arda Güler, and Endrick. With a squad full of talent, Ancelotti's side should be able to find some consistency and practice some incredible football. This has been the first Real Madrid review of the season in Football Talk. This is Rolo saying goodbye.